The title of this piece is Dear History. It's a creative collaboration between myself, DeAndre Michael, and my beautiful wife, Tiara Michael. She started writing another play and had creative ideas flowing, and she thought it'd be interesting if the conversation that she and I had would end up being a poem with a motif in the back that she also created. But this is the poetic part of it, entitled Dear History. It's an amazing production. Enjoy. I hope you all can excuse the headphones. I'm trying to get in touch with somebody I haven't really been connected with. I wrote a letter, and I'm hoping if they pick up, I'd be able to read it verbatim. But if not, I'll just leave a voicemail. It's no big deal. Looks like I'll be leaving a voicemail. All right. Dear History. My beautiful American history. You know, I anticipated this very thing would happen. Told my friends as soon as I show a little bit of attraction to mathematics, she won't want to talk to me anyway. But I told them that's fine. I mean, it's not like you really spoke of any interest of mine. I mean, see, I realized that 365 days would have gone by and you would only have given me 28. Yet expect me to leap on years that you'd give me 29, which still is only like 8% of your time, but that's just me in the math relationship. I'm sorry. I don't mean to crunch numbers, nor do I want to hold a grudge. I really want to have a productive discussion. And I mean, let's be honest. It's long overdue. But it's my fault. I take full responsibility for the delay. I was trying to practice God's overextending grace, and then undeservingly I threw some respect on your name. But all that's for the birds, man. I ain't doing that no more. You know, I really thought about texting you. I did. Even consider giving you this old stupid letter that I'm reading. I'm tired of thinking of safe ways to address you, only to discover that there isn't one. So you, more than anyone, really should understand how being a black man puts me at great risk for high blood pressure and diabetes. Oh, and newsflash, I've been pre-diagnosed for both. So for the sake of my health, please excuse me if I refuse to chew the fat or sugarcoat. You and I got a problem, and I know that you know it because I see your name written on rosters for therapy sessions. They just struggle to diagnose you. I could have told them, saved you time and money, and just said, look, people, this here, man, that's American history. You know, she's always had this pattern of reaching back into people's past, grabbing fragments of their old dirt to create a sedimentary rock the thought of her house made of pure glass, shattering other people's image, so when they look at their reflection, all they see and feel is the hurt, the nerve of you. I even heard there's evidence of a speech impediment. Like, that's a big surprise. I mean, history, aren't you known for repeating yourself? Huh? Being very repetitious with your victims, force them to sit, listen, revisit the newest rendition of their oldest, biggest issue. Look, I kid you not. And when it comes to me, my queen, our kids, or any other matters around those black lives, you better take your time when you speak. And that's not a threat, so calm down. And I'm definitely not begging you. I'm just telling you, history, you can't repeat yourself. I mean, I hear you say things like, let's make America great again. And I'm like, when? Like, when has this nation ever been great for my race? We don't mind living our dreams while we sleep because we walk in nightmares while we're awake. And from the time that Emmett Till was killed, we are Philando cast still in the same place with these black problems. White privilege, and in between lots of shades of Freddie Gray. You know, it's very sad to say that in the year of 2018, my wife and I, we take a day off of work, wear t-shirt, tethered jeans. It's so unlikely they'd see us as a pedigree of people who together obtained several degrees. Way more probable that I'd be a misdemeanor and she'd be a missed felony. That makes me wish Melody wasn't even as intelligent as she is. See, that's my daughter. A beautiful, inquisitive princess. She asked the stupidest questions ever, but will have you thinking a little bit. She'll say things like, hey, daddy. I'm like, yes, sweetheart. Today in pre-K 4, we learned about paleontology. Question: do humans have bones? My reply: Yes, we do, sweetheart. That's how we keep all this stuff standing up straight. She said, got it. Daddy, daddy, daddy. Yes, sweetheart. Today in Sunday school, we learned that God is Jesus' father. Mary is Jesus' mother. So does that mean that God and Mary were married? My reply: that's not really how it works, but I'm very glad you know that kids come after the marriage. She said, got it. Daddy, daddy, daddy. As we watch my wife speak to an officer about race relations. The other day you told me there were good cops and bad cops, right? Is mommy talking to a good one right now? My reply: silence. You can only imagine the thoughts that run through a father's mind when he realizes he cannot address all of his daughter's requests, but this one, I'm completely stressed out. Because you give me something where neither answer selection offers a full level of correctness. If I say no or yes, that only proves that they both exist. So now I'm stuck, forced to feel the effect of Eric Garner's officer's bicep. I'm breathless, with the loss of words. I don't get it. I'm like, how is my childhood so much different from her childhood? No, I think I do get it. You see, because my hood is way different from my child's hood. You see, where I grew up, we played cops and robbers. Yeah. It was just always a clear-cut distinction between the good guys and the bad guys. You see, the cops were always good. The robbers were always bad. Cops always won. The robbers would always run, but we didn't even care because we knew we can call on the cops anytime that a problem comes. My question is, who do we summon if they are the ones who are causing them? Now, history. If you're going to be repetitious, can you at least be consistent? And I expect that this happens expeditiously because I have a son now. He goes by the name of Langston Andre. And it doesn't matter that his first and middle name are after some of the greatest writers of their time. It doesn't matter that his mother is a beautiful writer, producer, director, author, teacher. It doesn't matter that his father is an educated poet. None of these factors really add up to give us the rehearsal schedule nor the script of how it's going to be when he encounters his first law enforcement officer to leave that scene alive. Now, if you have expertise in this matter, can you please Tamir Rice quick? My apologies, that was a Freudian slip. I intended to say come here right quick, but I'm sure you caught it. Just imagine, how do I tell my son that that same toy that his father and all of his uncles played with as a young boy is something he will never, ever get a chance to enjoy? I promise you, I will never purchase my son a toy gun. Because it's going to be hard to explain that, yeah, son, this really good looking play toy is like a beacon of hate for real bullets coming from a real man pulling a real trigger, and you will get stricken in your torso. And even more so, we now get a visualization of cold blood. Crimson drips down into the winter grass, creating cold blood. Red dots speckle the snow like Jesus is speaking in Braille. That's snow blood. And on the hands of the assailant, son, there is no blood. How do I tell him that I struggle to watch him nap in the back seat of my car, leaning over, eyes closed, breathing ever so slow, resting peacefully? Because I don't know of the moment where he goes from being oh so cute to oh no shoot, and the moment he reaches for his license is the same instance that his life ends. And I get that vision in my head again, him leaning over, eyes closed, breathing ever so slow, resting in peace. So you know what, history? It's your turn, and you have to decide. You suck at making decisions, but you've done it before. You've tried wrong side, right side, political left side, right side. You've even tried genocide, homicide, tried to push us to suicide. But you decide, because if I have to decide, I'm gonna tell my people, go corporate, put on your suits and ties, or go militant, put on your boots and ride. But regardless, right now we feel like we on our Jewish side, and frankly I think it's time for an educational militia. Oh, who am I? Oh, I'm just a nightmare to this American nightmare. I'm a young educated minority bringing up other young educated minorities. So the next time you and I converse, trust me, it won't be text, it won't be phone call, it won't even be conversation. It's going to be writing a letter after letter after letter after letter. What I'm saying is we are planning to rewrite history. So when you get this message, can you please call me back?